Hi everybody. I'm not here to yell and scream today. Today I'm here to bring you some good news, okay? Um, in my last video, if you watched it, if you took it in despite the assertiveness, you would understand in there that you will see that I spoke about the Venus deal, how you were duped on it, amongst other things. How I do have the evidence. I will not, again, as I expressed on there, I cannot and I will not at this moment put this evidence out, but I'm bringing it to you verbally. I want you to understand. If you go back to my 4.2 video, you'll see in the beginning as I'm explaining that I had received a vision in my meditations of around maybe 6 or so planets. One of them stood out pretty prominently. It was a tannish planet. The planets are here. They're definitely here. Okay. And what I'm feeling here, and if I receive anything any different, I will relay it to you. Because when we have in our meditations, our visions and stuff, it has to be expressed through our child that we occupy, and at times things can be a little bit not as expressible as they should be in the manner that it should be. So if there's any correction, our mother will let me know, and I will correct it. But at the moment, I'm happy to say that they're here. We have new neighbors. Our solar system that we are in has been being prepared for new life to enter and coexist with us. And we're not speaking about just on this planet. We're talking about other planets that are here, and they will exist with us, coexist with us. There is a high probability, or a high chance, or good chance, that one of the planets in this solar system has already been replaced. And again, if I receive any different, I'll let you know. There's a process going on right now of filtering. There's many of these planets in the system that's had beings on them for a long, long time, and low in a negative form. They're being filtered out right now. Each planet is being taken and taken care of. I mean, pulled aside and done. The filtration is going on, the clearing is going on. This is what the governments and these lower beings on this planet are not wanting you to know. This is what all the covering up has been. Again, I expressed in a couple of my videos of why the chemtrails were here in the beginning and what the purposes were. If people would go through my films and listen intently, I mean, there's a difference. When you're seeking, you will listen, despite whether you're hearing something that you think's boring or something you don't want to hear. I listen to each video. If I don't agree with it, or if it's not keeping me up on a high note, I'll still listen to it. But because if I catch one or two things that seem to make sense, I'll go through with the video anyway. But the deal is, our solar system, again, has been being prepared. Our neighbors are here. This is what it's all about. They're not going to allow this viral infection of the human consciousness that has been controlling this planet for so many thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years to spread. Okay, again, this is going to be a very harmonious solar system is going to operate in accordance with spirit, with creation, with our Creator, our Mother, Father. They will coexist with us, our neighbors, if you will. And what I'd like you to know at this point, do not let anybody take this film. I mean, I would say put it out there as much as possible, but keep in mind, do not accept the fact of anybody taking this knowledge that I've just relayed to you about these planets and what's going on in this system, and use it as them claiming to be a channeler. Okay, this isn't what I'm not a prophet. I'm not claiming to be a channeler per se, as channelers claim to be a channeler. I mean, because when you get somebody up on stage and they do this stuff and then all of a sudden they're saying they're channeling, I'm pretty skeptical on a lot of these things. It depends on what they're saying. Okay, but the deal is, this is what I have received, and if somebody takes this and tries to run with it and tries to make money off of it and use it to their advantage, saying that this is knowledge that they received, remember, July 3rd, 2012, Chi brought this knowledge to you. It is here on YouTube. It is in my archives. I keep everything on disc and chips and many other things spread out everywhere as a documentation. So, in October 2011, on my 4.2 video, you received some answers from what I received in a meditation from earlier that year, around July 2011 is when I received them. Now it is July 2012. What I am seeing is happening is what I received. Again, you were duped. Don't let them fool you. And don't let them get you caught up in this spiral. Be in the eye of the storm. Let it all twirl around you where you got a view. Don't let them get you caught up in this collapsing of the economy. If it does, it does. You just remember that you have neighbors. You have relatives. You have them upon this planet. And the human race is a very, very I don't want to say durable, but it's kind of like that. The human race is very flexible. We're capable of surviving. This economy is not your life or death, okay? There's 7-8 billion people on this planet, and a good majority of them have homes, and they live in places. And trust me, the economy collapses, they're not going to go through, and they can't go through and kick everybody out of their homes. You know, there's practically 300 and something million to 400 million people in the United States. They can't. They're not. They don't have the capability of booting everybody out of their homes because the economy collapses. Don't panic about that. You have your roofs over your head. Things are going to change. This economy is not going to remain. It is not a sustainable economy. It is not what it's supposed to be. There's much better values. There are much better ways of life that will be displayed to us by our new neighbors, our relatives, our ancestors, the dimensional beings, the new beings that are here, that with their homes, their literal planetary homes, okay? And they're going to be here to live here. So don't let everybody get you caught up into this, and don't let nobody take this knowledge that I am displaying to you right now and run with it and try to claim it for themselves. I will always have this here. I would suggest that you take this and store it and log it onto your sites and hold it, because it will become evident. Okay. what I'd like to say right now is, remember this. I will say goal for the sake of language, okay? Our goal is to become equal with our Creator, okay? And as I speak through my child, okay? And I've been in a work in training my child over a period of time. And this is, again, it boils down, you got to strip your child and teach it to operate in spirit, so that your words are a little more accurate in what you see in your visions and stuff, amongst other things. Our goal is to attain equality, equalness, to be equal with our Creator, our Mother, Father, Source. And I put it in these terms so nobody takes it out of context and thinks that I'm singling anything out. This is not an idolatry thing. This is a personal relationship. This is a connection. This is who you are. To feel that breeze, that life-giving force of the Creator that flows across you when you're outside. This is what you want to be. You want to be that wind. You want to be that tree. You want to be that river. You want to be the sun, the light that shines forth. You want to be everything that our Creator is. And in life, if you had parents that are loving and caring, this is what your parents wanted from you. Your parents, your mother and your father, wanted you to have every aspect of them that was their knowledge, their wisdom, their understanding. They wanted you to be just like them and more. They not only wanted you to be just like them with their understanding and what they've accumulated in knowledge, they wanted you to become even more. They wanted that specific personality of yours to carry the knowledge that they had, bundle it in within you, and then excel it to more. Add more to it. Bring more upon it, and let that expand. So that one day, if you have children, or not even just if you have children, but the other children upon the planet and other places that come to you, you'll be able to expand that knowledge, to display it to them, to give it to them, and they would be able to expand it and add it to theirs and more. You see what I'm speaking about? This is what our Father wants, for us to be as much like Source, the Creator, as possible. To know that knowledge, that understanding, and to build upon it. Because what you acquire, and the more, our goal is to become more like the Creator. We are gods. We are sons and daughters of the Creator. And our Father wants us to be more like Spirit. Our Mother wants us to be more like Spirit. And Spirit is both masculine and feminine. That's what our brother came here to help us with. Specifically came here for us, to help us, to let us know, to prepare us for this time. So that as many of us as could possibly be ready, will be ready to perceive this and carry it forth. This is why our brother was so successful, because he operated on the masculine and the feminine frequencies. He operated within our Mother, Father on both areas. The knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, the creativeness and the love and the kindness and the 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 parenting, the joy, the upbringing, the helping uh, for mankind as children. Our brother never did differentiate himself from the Creator, and you should not either. You are as much the Creator as the Creator is you. Remember this one thing for sure, that the Creator is never any further from you than the breath that is within you. Okay? So your responsibility in this life will carry forth. When the time comes, your measure of responsibility that will be given to you will be on your ability to understand the Creator, our loving parents that created us, Source. The more that you operate within Source's frequency and understanding, the closer you become into elevating to be equal with our Creator, will be the measure of responsibility that you will have when the time comes here. And this is what it's all about. When it was spoken of to take this gospel, I don't like the word, but to take this knowledge, let's say that, and I don't like the word preach, but to take this knowledge and replace the word preach and spread this knowledge to the four corners of the earth, to all peoples, of all nations, of all creed, didn't just mean that. They are keeping it confined. Okay? Yes, spread it to the four corners, but don't stop, because that's where your responsibility comes in. When the time comes, you'll have to continue to spread. That is why they're here. They're occupying this. They are here to help us to spread this knowledge, to spread what they know. And as on a mystical level, we are to carry this forth. We are to go forth in all of creation, beyond this solar system, beyond this galaxy, beyond this universe, all out. When the time comes, we will move forward, and we will need to spread this to the new life that is out there, that is being created by our Father. The worlds and the life forms that are being created by our Father through these beings and things. We will be carrying this forward. The four corners doesn't stop. And it's not a corner. It's four directions. It's all directions. It's carrying it, spreading it out. And this is what the Father does. Our Mother Father crew is expands. It is constantly on an expansion, constantly expanding, constantly. And our Mother is constantly translating for us the wisdom and the knowledge that is within both, which are one, of course. And this is what we need to do, and this is where your responsibility is. I cannot sit back and tell you exactly, like a lot of these people are trying to predict, how the sifting is going to happen. I cannot tell you which beings or human beings is going to what. I do know, as far as I'm concerned, there is a hell, but it is for those beings who are extremely coarse and who are causing this destruction and trying to hide this. There is an outer darkness, And I believe that will have to do also, I mean, and I may be corrected down the road, but I also believe that that has to also do with the human beings and the beings that just flat out want to be on their own path and refuse to believe the truth, and continue in their aggression and their finger pointing and their, you know, telling you your where you specifically is going to end up, and that you're missing Christ, and that you're, and others among that, beyond that, those who want to kill, to rape, to maim, to hurt, you know, to do these type of things, those who are abusive of animals, and many other things. There's an outer darkness, and it's not a pleasant place. I mean, it was spoken about, and the wailing and gnashing of teeth. But that's not really here or there for you to concentrate on, because if you're listening to me, you're in a search. And those, I do believe, those that are searching from here, that know, that are trying to understand, that you don't have to worry about that. You will be given your chance to further your responsibility, to further your knowledge, and carry forth. You know, no man needs to be taught right or wrong. No woman needs to be taught right or wrong. As the word says, you know, and I will put it in this manner, you know, every man and woman has it written upon their heart to know right from wrong. It is already written in your heart. It is already burned there. It is already within you. You don't need to be taught, especially if you're seeking. And if you're seeking, you do have a good kindness and a spirit within you. And your child is at a state that isn't out of control. So you know right from wrong. Even those in the deepest jungles of the Amazon or anywhere else that has never heard of Christ or anything, they know right from wrong. There's aspects in the word that speak about this. Okay? So your goal is to become your object, your desire, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not telling you you have to. This is my desire, as well as many others, is to become equal with the Creator, to become equal in love, to become equal in knowledge and wisdom, to become equal in power, strength, to be able to create, to go out and give knowledge, and eventually to be able to create new worlds, to be able to create life. This is the object to seek forward. This is the bullseye, or I don't even want to say bullseye because that pinpoints only one area. This is the whole scope of it all. We want to be able to do every one of these things and more than you could possibly imagine. We want to be with the Father. We want to excel up to be able to stand with our Mother, Father, side by side, and be equal and carry forth. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So be happy. We have our neighbors here. Right now, they're doing their job. The planets are here in our solar system. They're not going nowhere. They're here to coexist with us. They're not going to allow these mankind as it is per se, with these beings, these low-level these guys on the low frequency who think they own this solar system, who think that they own this planet, and believe you me, that if they think they own Mother Earth, they believe that they own this solar system. And eventually they will believe that they own the galaxy, and eventually they'll believe that they own the universe. This kind of a viral thinking, virus type of sickness will not exist. It will not continue. And it is up to you to meditate and put this love out. And when I say meditate, it's not a matter, again, I will stress this, it's not a matter of sitting in a position, in a lotus position, and all that stuff, and doing all this controlling that they're throwing out there on the internet. Again, I keep getting little bubbles shooting out of my mouth. But the deal is, it's a matter of here. You can walk and meditate. Meditate is a way of life. Meditate is when you see the beauty of a flower and you're staring at it, or when you see this. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. When I feel it, I'm already connected, but it's even more of a connection because of the physicality of it that's there. I am very grateful that this tree here is giving forth oxygen, a life force. And when I touch it or look at it, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself that I'm grateful that you are doing this. I'm grateful that you are here. I am doing nothing other than holding the hand of the Creator and thanking the Creator, because all things are the Creator. We are the Creator. The Creator is displayed in so many different ways, just small parts. The Creator has been put out in small sections to show that you cannot singleize the Creator into one image. The Creator, when you look at that beautiful flower, you see just a small aspect, just one part of the Creator that is trying to be displayed to you. The feminine, the beauty of our mother. When you see the majestic trees in the mountains, you're seeing the Father's majesticness, the power, the strength of them both, of course. But it's always a display of one or the other in a constant variance, so that everybody can understand that you cannot singleize the Creator. Masculine. A definite description here of the Creator, the Father, and the strength on a natural basis. Feminine, you women, the obvious display of our mother, and the beauty and the joy of a flower, of her, the scent of love, compassion, understanding. This is what it's about. Become equal with your Creator. Become equal. If you're used to saying the word, and I'll say this for language sake, God, become equal with your God. You are a God. You are a co-creator. And I will say it again. There's a verse in St. John chapter 10, verse 34-35, where Christ was speaking, and he said, "Is it not written in your law that I said, you are gods?" Okay. Take that and run with it. Strap it on your back, lock it in, and take off, man. Don't stop. Because when the time comes and you're truly seeking, your mother will draw you back to these areas of translation. And it's not necessary. You don't truly need the full comprehension of that book, because it covers such a wide spectrum. and range. There's a lot of deception in it, but there's a lot of truth. So, but there's a lot of tidbits. There's tidbits of truth in there too. Hard truth. So remember, what I'm telling you today, July 3rd, 2012, is a confirmation of what I received, and I'm going to say July 2011 in a vision. I said it would be this planet that I've been taking pictures of, that I called Nibiru, and I did it because of the X mark on it, and I said it is Nibiru, and that's what I'm going to consider. I'm going to continue calling it. Just don't pay no attention to the name of it. I just call it that because of the mark that was on it when I took the picture. And I got fed up with all this red planet junk and orbiting and going to knock us out of here and there. Trust me, Mother Earth is very important. You are very important. This solar system is very important. It's not like the planet has just been developed and formulated for other life forms to come live here. The whole solar system, the whole galaxy, everything, you gotta understand, it's not small. You can't scale our Creator. What we may create here in our own little worlds, our own little bubbles, ain't nothing compared to what's out there. And this solar system that we're in, that's been being prepared for life to come in and coexist with us, it's been, all its adaptations have been delicately being balanced and created so that these different life forms can come in and live sufficiently. It's just a small bubble compared to the whole of what is being prepared in the whole. So I need to go ahead and bring this to an end because it's getting kind of long, but I want you to understand, do not let nobody run with this. Do not let anybody try to make their money off of this. You heard it from me. You heard it from me in 2011. Now you're hearing it from me again in 2012. So you know it's coming from an individual that is not greedy in monetary gain. And I will never be that way as far as spirit goes. The knowledge of spirit and the wisdom should be displayed. And nobody should be able to hide from these things. And I can understand certain things of certain people when they go out and they have seminars that it costs. It takes time. So there has to be somewhat of a charge. But that knowledge should eventually be displayed to where everybody who does not have the money should be able to see it or understand it. And the knowledge of spirit should never be charged for. Period. Okay? If people want to charge for showing pictures of other things, that's their deal. Never concentrate on one thing. Always lose. Do not lose. Always lose the drive to concentrate on just beings or chemtrails, but gain the drive to concentrate mainly on keeping spirit within you, so that you do not lose what you should have. Things are being taken care of. The skies are getting bluer. It can be frustrating, but right now things like this make it so worth the while. And it's good to know and see that visions come true. I love you very much, and remember, be the creator. Be the masculine, feminine, no matter what you're in. Operate in them frequencies and let our Mother Father work with you and through you, and let our neighbors begin to do as they need to. Don't concentrate on many gods, because you are gods. Just concentrate on the Creator. Be the Creator. I love you. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful time to come. It's beautiful. It's beautiful what we're going to see. And don't worry about what's being seen around you. Again, stay in the eye of the storm. Bring it all back around to you, where the calmness is. Love you.